Hi, and welcome to Restful Reads. Welcome to Yoga Borne YouTube. So, Restful Reads is just short, sweet offerings, readings, little snippets of information, allowing you time just to pause, breathe, and take a rest. Maybe during your day, perhaps before you go to bed in the evening, or maybe something to listen to as you get ready for your day. And this Restful read comes to you on the 30th of October, so closely sort of coming into Samhain or Halloween, the thinning of the veil. And there'll be a couple of Restful reads that I'll share over this time that I feel kind of poignant for this time of year. We're going through the energy of a full moon lunar eclipse as well at the moment. So I've been doing some reading myself and have some bits and bobs that I would like to share with you. And this reading was part of our workshop last night in the studio, our special Sunday workshop called Samhain Sunday. And it's a reading from what you might know if you listen to Restful Reads, from one of my favourite writers, David Whyte, from his book of Consolations, and the word is solace. Solace is the art of asking the beautiful question of ourselves, of our world, or of one another, often in fiercely difficult and unbeautiful moments. Solace is what we must look for when the mind cannot bear the pain, the loss, or the suffering that eventually touches every life and every endeavour. When longing does not come to fruition in a form we can recognise, when people we know and love disappear, when hope must take a different form than the one we had shaped for it. Solace is the spacious, imaginative home we make, where disappointment goes to be welcomed and rehabilitated. When life does not in any way add up, we must turn to the part of us that has never wanted a life of simple calculation. Solace is found in allowing the body's innate foundational wisdom to come to the fore, a part of us that already knows it is mortal and must take its leave like everything else, and leads us, when the mind cannot bear what it is seeing or hearing, to the birdsong in the tree above our heads. Even as we are being told of death, each note an essence of mourning and of mourning, of the current of a life moving on, but somehow also, and most beautifully, carrying, bearing, and even celebrating the life we have just lost. A life we could not see or appreciate until it was taken from us. To be consoled is to be invited onto the terrible ground of beauty upon which our inevitable disappearance stands, to a voice that does not soothe falsely, but touches the epicenter of our pain or articulates the essence of our loss, and then emancipates us into the privilege of both life and death as an equal birthright. Solace is not an evasion, nor a cure for our suffering, nor a made-up state of mind. Solace is a direct seeing and participation, a celebration of the beautiful coming and going, appearance and disappearance of which we have always been a part. Solace is not meant to be an answer, but an invitation through the door of pain and difficulty, to the depth of suffering and simultaneous beauty in the world that the strategic mind by itself cannot grasp nor make sense of. To look for solace is to learn to ask fiercer and more exquisitely pointed questions, questions that reshape our identities and our bodies and our relation to others. Standing in loss, but not overwhelmed by it, we become useful and generous and compassionate and even more amusing companions for others. But Solace asks us very direct and forceful questions. Firstly, how will you bear the inevitable loss that will accompany you? And how will you endure its memory through the years? And above all, how will you shape a life equal to and as beautiful and as astonishing as a world that can birth you, bring you into the light, and then just as you are beginning to understand it, take you away? So perhaps take a nice deep breath. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening, as always, with all of our practices. Take what you feel resonates with you, leave the rest behind, and take really good care of yourself. Until next time, bye for now.